Be strong.
Mute your phone. Pixel 3a XL. She's like 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, guys.
Hi. Hello, beautiful ladies.
Welcome to Fit Beauties Talk.
Ready?
I don't think they hear me.
Yes.
Okay.
We hear you. All right, now you can go back to me.
But you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Let me mute then.
All right.
Yeah, everybody mute. Okay.
All right. And time starts now.
All right.
Okay, so what's the topic? The topic
said that
today
you can hear me.
is the difference between a amateur.
Well, we're going to do a whole, hey, welcome to Fit
Right.
Beauties
I
Talk.
know. Just trying to skip all the fun stuff.
All right. Welcome to Fit Beauties Talk. I'm Sonia Lewis, and I have
I'm Brianna Wiggly.
and Miss Hey Fit
Shana,
Barb
I
to
don't
the right of me.
Yeah, listen.
We want to thank you guys for joining us today. This is only our second episode, and I think it's pretty cool.
Okay. Want me to? Okay. So you guys, we're going to talk about the topic we're talking about today is amateur versus pros. Okay. As you know, myself, I'm a pro. Sonia's a pro. Bree's a pro. Who else is a pro on here? Or everybody's okay. So everybody's NPC or amateur. Okay, great. So the difference between being a pro and an amateur, I believe, is a mindset. Okay, bump the card. If you don't have that a pro mindset, then you're not ready to be a pro. It all begins, you know, in your mind. Just go get a little card, because I know a lot of pros, they have the card that's don't even have the pro mindset. Do you feel me? So once you get that pro mindset, then that's when you start attracting that good energy to become a pro. Okay. Now, what it takes to be a pro? Well, in my bubble, in my world, when I wanted to be a pro, nothing could stop me. I was determined. I didn't let nobody in my head, and I was focused. I didn't cheat on my meal plan like I do now. You couldn't pay me to cheat because I had that vision. I was just locked. I was like, I competed, I think, an entire year before I became pro with no cheats. You feel me? No refeeds, none of that. I mean, that's how determined I was. I was obsessed with this sport. So once you had that obsession, I think that's when that drive really, you know, hits you in another way. So I was just obsessed with it as an amateur. And then when I became pro, it's like that first year I was pumped, but then that second year I was like, ugh, I was tired. So I kind of fell back. But that I love amateurs with that drive, because I think as pros we kind of, well, in my experience, I kind of like step back because I already made it to that goal. You feel me? So that's why it's always good to keep your mind right and mindsets, keep it going, and set your goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, and yearly goals. Okay, I can tell you all my goal. My goal is to get to, of course, to the Olympia, like Super Bowl of fitness, like all of our goals. Sonia, what's your definition of, you know,
Pro versus the amateur. Definitely, like you said, it is a mindset. I do know as an amateur, I probably was 100% more committed than I am as a pro. I mean, a lot of you probably do or don't know that a lot of pros don't even do pro shows after they go pro, you know. So I feel like as an amateur, you have much more of a drive, whether it's to get your pro card, whether it's to win a show. You're on top of everything, and it just kind of slacks a little, unfortunately, I guess, for me. Even though my goal is still to go to the Olympia, I noticed I don't have that drive as I did as an amateur.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I think for me, it is just the ability to be resilient. When you become a pro, you get humble real fast.
Over again.
You go from, winning your local shows, doing your thing, 10th place, last call out. It's like those, I'm serious though, it's those humbling experiences because you feel so like, I got this, let's do this. Like, I got my pro card ready. But you get there and you be like, they be like, nah, you ain't it. But that's just part of being a pro. You're a rookie. You got to start from the bottom and make it to the top. So I think the best mindset and attitude to take on as an amateur is just to be resilient. Like, eventually you'll climb the ranks, you win that national level show, might take overall, who knows, but you just have to continue to be resilient because when you become a pro, it's a cycle. You go from second place to 6th to 8th to 1st to, it's just up and down.
That is that.
As an amateur, I think a lot of amateurs should enjoy it. I think for me, I kind of missed out a lot on enjoying it because towards the end, it was like, I want to go pro. So it became so mundane for me. You know what I'm saying? I think you guys should really enjoy this show, every show, because you never know when you may go pro. Once you become a pro, it's like you might be first call out 1 week, next week you might be last call out. It all depends on who shows up, who the judge is, what they like. It's just a difference, like being a small fish in an ocean, okay? You're in a pond when you're an amateur, but by the time you get to a pro, at that level, everyone knows or everyone is at their best. You know what I'm saying? I always say at nationals, you're maybe competing with like 4 or 5 people that are really ready, But as a pro, you're competing with, it could be now bikini, 40 girls that are all ready. So
I agree. I love that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But then I haven't. Can you hear me? I've never seen some amateurs that look better than pros at a pro amateur show. I'd be like, her body look better than that girl. So I think it's about consistency. Having the judges see you getting better or staying consistent each and every show, especially when you become a pro. Just like Bree said, you can come from one show being your first call out to next, you can do a show next weekend and get last call out. So I tell my athletes, don't take things too personally because I know some people that get upset. I'm not gonna compete no more. I'm just tired. Just don't let placements deter you from your goals. You have to be strong in the mind and also stay humble. Just because you got first call out, in this show, down mean you're gonna get first call out in every show, okay? Just make sure that you stay consistent, make sure your glam on point and your body on point and have fun. Everybody's there to win. You feel me? But just have fun because all your fans on Instagram that follow you, they think you look good regardless of your play. They go like, oh girl, you should have won. Oh girl, I don't know.
Your mama gonna think you should have won.
Just enjoy that because they don't care about placements. Your fans are gonna be your fans, your followers are gonna be your followers. So I tell people, just get out your head. So just stay strong-minded and level and always stay humble. Don't never have a placement get to your head because you can say, oh, I won overall in this show. No one cares on the pro level. It doesn't matter. They don't care. I won overall at the honor. You think they care? Nope. So just stay consistent, I tell them. And I want to talk to you, my non-pro people on here today. What has been one of your biggest obstacles on the stage? Let's start with who this? Keely Brown. I don't know if she on her thing on mute. All I see is her profile.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Are you driving?
Hey, girlie.
Crazy as hell. Hey. Well, I took a break to have a baby.
Oh, okay.
Congrats, new mom.
Thank you. My first show I won, but then like kind of after that, I think that got in my head and I fell off and I should have been going harder. I kind of wish I hadn't won my first show because then it was like I wasn't as hungry as I should have been. And then taking a break now has helped me realize that. But I do want to get back into it. But I think the hardest part was definitely just knowing like I was ready, like to get on stage. Like you in your head, you're ready, but like I needed more honest feedback, I guess. Just somebody to tell me to sit down. Just being real.
So okay, so that's okay. All right, Derry.
My obstacle, I guess, with competing, I guess I need to definitely develop more muscle. I definitely got lean. I definitely got to get to run. As we get this call, I'm going to go run. So, and then I also, one obstacle for me is working long hours, and I stand up all day. So, like, next week I'm working 3 12-hour shifts back to back, and I stand up all day. So after working like long shifts like that, I don't feel like running, and I don't feel like doing weights and stuff like that. So I just have to get in my mind that, you know, this is what goal I want to set. So I need to either wake up early, or I'm just gonna be doing it when I get off. So I just gotta, you know, tone in on it.
Okay, good. So you have to kind of keep that balance with working and workouts and meal plans.
That's the thing, though.
Right.
Life continue to happen. Like, y'all know, like, life goes on around. Don't nobody care that we compete. Like,
Nobody
cares about our food already being prepped in our bag. They still want you to go out
Right.
at work, you know? Like, so that's a good point you make, like, finding that work-life balance. And as a pro, it's like, honestly, you kind of turn into, like, it's almost like your job, especially if you're a top pro, because you have your sponsorships, like, so you have sponsorships, you have, like, things that you have to do, events you have to show up at, so it's a job. And then it's almost like you lead a double life, truthfully. So learning that balance as an amateur, like, you got to keep going, especially if it's something you're passionate about. So
I think you have to really find out what's your why, though. Your why, I think, keeps you going, because if you're just competing because everybody else is competing, you're not going to do many shows. You're not going to have a goal. You need to really know what your why is, you know?
Yep.
I like that.
All right. How about you, Michelle? How was your experience competing so far as an amateur? I know you've been doing. I know you've done several shows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just talking to Bree. I told her eight shows
Okay.
total,
Awesome.
and then 3 national shows.
Oh, wow.
2 to Junior USA's, and then Pittsburgh. That was North Americans last year. And just for me, my feedback is always conditioning, and it's like the local shows, I'm winning these overalls, but it's just never the best for a national stage. So this year I'm coming back.
Okay, whenever they're gonna have them shows.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. So it's just I'm trying to get ready now, focus mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all that in one.
Amen,
And I
girl.
feel like everything will come together. So conditioning was always the obstacle. So
Oh, that's good. Okay, good. And how about you, Marquesa? Marquesa? How about you?
So I'm much like the other girls. I've done 7 shows so far. One of the 7 has been nationals. It was junior nationals in Chicago in 2017. So a little bit about my story. I'm active duty military, so my job takes me all around the world. And so I had to take a break after the national show. I had to take a break, and I have a hard time building muscle. So I really tried to stretch my show time out for when I prep, to give myself a little bit longer to lean down and then build whatever areas I needed to build. My initial experience when I first started competing wasn't that great. But I know the reason for that. I think it was a little bit of the coach that I had not really being as experienced. As you mentioned before, I thought she had the tools. I was on the island of Hawaii, and it seemed like that's what everybody was doing, competing. And they were all going to this particular coach. That taught me how to pick a coach, number one. It helped me realize that I can't do it on my own. I can lose weight on my own, but I don't have the knowledge. I didn't have the knowledge to take my body to the next level. So I learned a lot. And as Sonia said, I knew what my why was before I started competing. So I got inspired by Andrea and her twin sister when I was in Texas. And I kind of had a why from there. And then I jumped into competing when I got into Hawaii. So now whenever the schedule picks back up.
Okay.
I'm ready to jump back in and see where I stand because it's been a little while. I think my stage presence has been pretty decent, but it can always be better. I'm always looking to improve. I'm never going to think that I have arrived or I'm there. I'm always looking to be better. So that's
awesome.
me.
I can't wait for you to get back on stage, girl.
Yeah,
I gotta see what you look like. See that glance.
that's what you mean. As a pro,
Okay, how about Walmart? She in there Walmart shopping with her mask on.
that's love.
Who is it? That's where you at?
Low.
Your name not on
No,
there.
I'm at Lowe's. I'm at Lowe's.
Oh, okay.
How this is Iron Child?
How
This is Iron
you
Child.
doing? What are you?
I'm
what
doing
do you-
good.
Good. Have you competed before? Tell me something about your experience.
Well, I started competing in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted my main goal was to lose weight because I just came from running the track and then I got injured, got depressed, blew up, and I was like, you know what, I need to get back into. So I was like, you know what, let me start figure out like what can I do to lose this weight, and everyone was like, yo, you should do some bodybuilding. So I was like, okay. So I went to a one of those workshops,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went to the workshop, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I know I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I joined a really big team,
Mm-hmm.
and they told me to follow this program, and I don't know. I didn't know what to do, so I was like, let me follow this program. Let me be coachable. So I lost considerable weight. I went from like 200 to like 120.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Wow.
for a show, but the thing was that the coaches was like, you lost a lot of muscle, so you still look soft, even though you look good. But I lost a lot of muscle, so I was just trying to figure out what's the issue. So year number 2, they was like, we still want you small, and I just kept on getting like negative feedback of with the judges saying that you look small, but you're not hard. So I'm like 100, I'm 5'7", 120 pounds, so I just was confused. So I think the coaches didn't know what to do because it was such a big team, and so they was like, I was just getting like the cookie cutter type of program. So I just started to learn on my own. Then I was like, you know what? I need to find maybe a team that had more black girls, maybe. So I was just trying to figure out, just a place. I just try to figure out my body. They said that I was building muscle too much, and I should maybe go to figure. But so it seemed like they didn't know what to do with my body. So I was just pretty much was getting discouraged. I was just going from coach to coach to coach. I mean, I was placing, getting first call outs and stuff, but they just kept on saying I needed more conditioning, like what one of the teammates was saying. So I decided to let me just go to the Arnold's, and that's when I met, Coach K. She told me that you told me that had a really good structure, but I just needed to get that conditioning. So right now I moved from New York to Houston, so I'm just changing my career so I can get this money up so I can get back on stage next year.
Okay.
So that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
Good.
I pretty much what attracted to me to the Female Beauties was Sonia. She won I think 2018 or 2018.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the one. This is somebody I need to work with. It seemed like she made me understand what my body can do. So I'm on the exact opposite of the fence where I build too much muscle. I don't know how to I just don't know right now. I know that I can be a good athlete. Just trying to just find a good coach that can fine tune me so I can finally hit that national stage. I was like, I'm not gonna waste my money to get on the stage, and these coaches don't even know what to do with my body. So that's pretty much what my issue is. These coaches don't know what to do with some of these bodies, and they're not honest. Like, you don't know. I just go somewhere else.
Okay. It's like you tired of them.
Right.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Your
So I'm
is
glad I'm
very
on this team.
succinct.
I'll be back by December.
Yeah. You make a good point because as an amateur and a pro, like when you're a pro, you need somebody who know your body, that's gonna
Right.
back and forth to these shows. Because sometimes you're doing back-to-back shows, so they gotta know what's up. Like, that's not the time to kind of be, oh well, I'm gonna try this time. Like, as a pro, you know what works, you know how it goes. So as an amateur, it's really important to nail that down. And the more, you know, even if you have a bad experience, it's still a lesson to be learned. It's still something you can take.
It was a great experience. It was a great experience. I didn't know the different types of body types. I didn't know, you know, that certain cars react to certain, you know, body types. I didn't even know that I built that much muscle more than somebody else, you know.
Yeah.
So it was great, you know.
Well, you gotta look at the bright side. At least you build muscle. Some people don't build no muscle.
This is true.
Look, 'cause, I mean, everybody has their issues. Some, like my problem, I can't get that lean here. You know what I'm saying? So some people have those issues. Some people can't build muscle that much. Some people can't get lean. Some people hold water. So I think each show is different with each competitor. Every time you compete, you cannot do the same thing because your body changes so much, especially with us as being women. Hormones, age, it all goes, it plays an effect. So what, like, I remember back in the day, I could prep for a show in 4 weeks. No, ma'am, I gotta do 16 weeks now, 12 weeks, okay?
All right,
So that's about you learning your body. You have to learn your body, and you have to find a coach that can, is great with communication and just be, you know, honest with you, because it is trial and error, because not everybody knows your body. You know, just because you can have the top coach in the world, they still don't know your body. You feel me? So it's all about trial and error and not push you on stage if you don't have that look. So that's what I, you know, always, you know, try to remember with my athletes. But hey, let's talk about these shows and all this cancellation, postponing. Are you getting tired of it? Are you losing motivation? Are you eating your Corona snacks? What's the tea?
All the snacks.
What's up? You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, last week I started prep. You know, my face looked a little slimmer. Anyways, but I think I'm really disappointed in just Miami rescheduled. We're still waiting on Boston. So it's making me lose a little bit of momentum because honestly, I don't know what to prep for. And I am a little bit afraid of bringing my immune system. I don't want my immune system to be compromised and not knowing which show, especially with the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it is a little scary for me.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing.
Retired.
Be lean all year.
No, but it's like, it's right now at this point, it's almost like you wait, you're like, oh, it's almost time. Then it'd be like, just wait a little longer. And then you're like, okay. Then it'd be like, wait a little more longer. And they'd be like, wait a little more. Like, God.
And then it's 2021.
Right. So that's why, you know, it's just like, I'm just playing it by ear day to day. Still being mindful of what I do, how I train. But, I mean, we'll get on stage one day. That's all I'm saying. Like, you'll get there one day.
Exactly. And I really feel bad for the amateurs, because you have amateurs that are just right there to becoming pro, you know, you feel me? So it's like national shows getting pushed back. Like, dang, I feel it for y'all. I feel it. I really do.
But we'll one day.
You gotta remember, you know, some of these people, they're not even ready anyways. So that just give you more time to even get more ready. You feel me?
Yeah. Simple.
So if you gotta work on Michelle, you gotta work on that leanness or that, you know, that conditioning, you got a whole 3 months to do that.
Conditioning every day for 3 months.
You're gonna be motor ready, you know.
And there you gotta build more muscle. You got enough time to build some muscle.
Yeah, 3 months to build the muscle.
Yeah. Well, as you guys continue, you know, your journey back towards the stage whenever we get there, just keep in mind, you know, like everything you're doing on a day-to-day basis, it counts, it adds up, or it either subtracts away from you getting towards your goal. That's just the mindset of a pro, is like what you do, everything you do, it has to be strategic. It needs to be strategic in competing and outside of competing. So, I wish y'all the best of luck. I'm excited for everybody to get back on stage one day.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why we really started this Fit Beauty Talk, because everybody needs to be motivated, because I know it kind of, you know, veers you from, you know, going, you know, focusing on your goal. So that's why we came up with this whole talk show, just to, you know, kind of be accountability partners, you know, even if we don't know you, you still can, we still can make everyone accountable for, you feel me? So, and to, you know, have some fun with it, because it can get depressing, it can get demotivating, but you have to just, you know, stay the course. So put the donuts down and pick up the asparagus.
You're getting on stage, you ready or not? No, I'm just like, I love it. So I think, is that it? Y'all ready to wrap?
Any other questions y'all may have?
Yeah.
Y'all want to ask anybody?
No, I'm just ready for you to do my makeup when it comes. When the time
Okay.
comes.
I'm ready to be big. Ah!
I love it. Well, I guess Sonny, close us out and we'll be done.
Oh, I have a question.
Oh, go right
Yeah,
ahead.
I got my stimulus check. I want to buy my suit right now before I send it. I'm serious. I'm gonna call y'all. Which color?
Okay, put that money to use. That's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna have to take that off air with Coach K. She'll tell you which color, what stone, what strap, what
Everything.
But y'all make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we're just doing the Zoom for now, just to get everyone, you know, involved. But we are going to just be doing posting on YouTube, and you all can check out our just topics and discussion. If you all have any subjects that you all like for us to talk about, make sure you DM us or hit us up and let us know what you want to talk about, because we always going to keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Until next week.
Until
I'm trying
next
to
time.
over